Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sanjoku. We're back at it live tonight. With rotation right around the corner, we were going ahead and starting to upgrade some of our decks, getting them ready for the rotation, getting those older cards out just to see how they play. If you can be ahead of the curve as far as the other people are going to have to change their decks all at once, it really helps out, especially when you're playing ranked right at first, just because you have an established deck and they don't yet. So we took our Angels deck because that deck's been an incredible amount of fun. We went ahead and dropped out the cast down just because that's rotating out. We brought in the invasion just because I want to see if it'll trigger off the divine visitation. If it does, it won't recognize an amass token every turn. So it should give us another angel every time. We're going to see if that theory is true. We went ahead and brought in a couple brought backs so that way if we wipe our own board and we have a couple scales on the board, that's going to be huge for us, like just huge. And then we bring the Seraphs back. If we have the visitation online, that's a crazy amount of 4/4s. We're going to have some fun with this tonight. We're going to jump into some games. We're going to see how it plays out. So stick around and let's see how we do. Like I said, we play live. Sometimes we get flooded. Sometimes we just get screwed or smacked right in the face. It happens, but it happens to everybody, and I don't mind showing you guys. So let's jump into some games here, see how this plays out. It's our upgraded Angels deck, our Fallen Angels. Let's see how they do. Who's coming up first for us tonight? Mikaboo. That's a cool avatar. So we got two tap lands, but we can pretty much go 2-3-3. We have the visitation. Our opponent goes first. We're going to be moving a little bit slow. We don't have any real removal except the Wrath. We really don't want to Wrath that board. We're going to keep it and see what we play into. See if he's running some kind of Burrows deck. We need to get this out because we have to have the white. We'll go ahead and scry it out the top just to see if the Prison Realm at 3 could be very helpful. We'll leave that on top. Play the Barons, get our 1 life. We still don't have a play. Pass the turn back. Looks like he's running some kind of Burrows deck. Oh, he brings... I'll probably bring out the Bishop here just because I'll be able to chump block that. He won't be able to shock it, and if he has to have 2 spells to remove it, it'll actually be worth it. So we'll bring him out first, and then we'll Prison Realm that next turn if it gets out of hand. Swing it for 2. So we'll go ahead and play out the Chapel. We'll Prison Realm that, wrap it up real quick. We'll keep the other Angel. See what he draws into. Another Butcher. Swings in, gets his counter. Gets us up to 5. We're going to go ahead and put the Visitation out there. Just because he shouldn't have anything that takes it off the board. And so we'll have that waiting for him. We don't mind taking another 2 here. We have a lot of life on the back end of this. So we'll be taking 6 off of that. So we got to be very careful of that little combo he has on the board right there. We are going to wipe that right now just to be safe. Just because if we let that damage build up too much, it's really going to come back and kill us just right off the bat. So I'd rather just take it there so we know what's coming. Definitely can't let that stick around. then we'll get the Dawn of Hope out. We're pretty much getting our board pretty established right here. If we can get into a couple good draws right now, we should be in good shape. Get a little bit of life back. We'll pay the 2. We'll go ahead and take a card here. Get our own angel out. We'll be able to drop Gideon and another angel next turn.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
Is he gonna dink us for 1 or return something back? He deals the 1 damage, takes the 1 life.
Strong.
We're gonna put the block on here just because we have plays for next turn. Puts us back to 8. We don't need to pay this, so we'll just enter that tapped. We'll put Gideon out. Put our own
Gods
angel
bless
out.
us in our righteous cause. Prepare for battle!
Doesn't matter, we're really... I know I marked the one that was tapped, but we're not swinging here anyways. We gotta hold this back. He jumped up to a 6, so his whole graveyard's pretty much open to him right now. So we have to be very wary of that. But if he swings in right here, we'll be able to take his Sorin off the board. So I'm curious to see which play he makes right here. Ooh, very good play. Makes it a 6-4. We definitely have to jump this. Be really nice to get into a finale right now. $34-8. We're still not out of this game, as strange as that sounds. We just need to get into the right draw right here. Let's see what we can top deck.
I demand, sir.
Ah, yes, brings back the Seeker. We get into a land. That is not what we needed right there. Got him play out our other angel.
Your light will cleave
We really
the
can't.
darkness.
We could make it indestructible and swing it in there, but then we'll just be down 1 blocker. The indestructible won't last until the turn after that. I'm almost tempted to bust this just to have the extra. Let's go ahead and definitely do that. Get the extra 4/4 out there. No attacks. See what he does here. We should be able to
Accept the darkness within.
crack that twice next turn. See who he gives this to. We're going to have to jump block again. So we'll definitely block here. I'm tempted to double block here. I really shouldn't though, because I'm going to be end up taking some damage because of this Cruel right here. Let's just go ahead and pull that block. Ah, I thought he was throwing that at Gideon. That was my mistake. We actually had a chance of coming back in that game. I really would have liked to have seen what our next card coming up was. We won't dwell on it too much. We'll just jump straight into another one. See if the upgraded angels can make their play here. See who we end up playing against. Really enjoy playing live. I know you guys play live. I'm not the kind of player that's going to play 20 games and then edit 3 videos together and tell you that I made the best deck you've ever seen. Everybody that plays this game knows that doesn't happen. That's why I just go live, have fun with it. If you guys want to jump in the chat, just you talk shit to me the whole time, I don't care. I just have a good time playing this game. Who did we get? The JoJo did. Getting the present round. Our opponent goes first again. Brought back in the Gideon. We might have to mulligan this, especially with the lands. We need something up front we can get out there. So let's mulligan once. It's another tough keep, but we're going to go ahead and stick with this one. Hate to drop down too far, and we can always just pitch one of these visitations. See what our opponent decides to do. We'll keep this, pitch the visitation. See what he's running. He mulligan down 2. Go ahead and play black first. Just so we can trigger that on the next turn. We don't have 2 white sources now anyways. So we'll pay 1 for that, be tapped out. We have no 2-drop. We'll be able to drop the angel next turn. Tempted to get the Dawn of Hope out there, but I'd rather have the creature out there right now, especially since he's playing slow. Get into another angel. Let's just go ahead and swing and see if anything happens here. I think we have the okay. We're going to go ahead and put the Dawn of Hope out there. Hopefully we can get into another land here. This might be a Field of the Dead deck. He hasn't countered anything yet, so I'm curious to see how this plays out. Let's just go ahead and swing. See if he stops it. He did not. Let's drop Karlov out there. I would love to see his hand right now. He has to be getting close to something. There has to be a setup for this, and we haven't moved too fast, so this has been like the exact game he's been waiting for. Cleansing Nova. She works out okay. We can put out the Divine Visitation now, and we can start tapping down on our Dawn of Hope to just put out 4/4s, especially if he's running some kind of control thing. See if he has some kind of big creature here. That's what I'm expecting. It's something huge on the back end. There's Bolas.
Mortality suits me well.
So we have to exile our card or hand or a permanent we control. The Wrath really isn't going to help us here. The Angel actually would help us. I don't think we'll end up getting to this. So we'll exile this for right now.
I have other plans. I outsmarted you eons ago.
Legion's End, not going to help us in this match, but it's another card that we can go ahead and pitch. Gaia's Wrath will go ahead and hold on to the pitch. So really we're just going to tap this down. create our 4/4 token. Pass the turn back to him. We'll pitch Legion's End.
My schemes have been foiled. My intellect is without limit.
We can get into another land here. We can start making two tokens. Or we gotta get it to 8, I'm sorry. But I really want to keep these in my hand. I don't want to have to start sacrificing these, but I could always sacrifice the angels that I'm producing. Really like to see what else he has in his hand right now. He's checking out my cards, trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to keep producing these. He might end up scooping this if he doesn't have an answer for this combo. There goes the casualties. I cannot stop that. Brought back a turn too late. We don't have the other white source for it. Play out the angel. We can still make tokens off of this. It's just going to be little 1/1s. They'll have the lifelink though. Just dip the Kaya's path.
My schemes are never ending.
Oh, good old Bolas. It's a pretty cool deck he's running here. Took it a while to get going. It took us a while to get going too. We're going to stick this out and see how this plays out. It might end up making for a little bit longer of a video, but just curious to see what else he has in his hand just to check this deck out. I'll tell you, if he does get into a Field of the Dead, we might not be sticking it out. Those decks drive me insane, and there's nothing you can really do about the combo with the deck that I'm running right now. Right now, it just looks like he's drawing into a bunch of stuff. There's the Glazer. It's starting to all come together for him. I'll have Bolas up to an 8 next turn. He'll have the reach to stop it. We finally get into a land, but not the one that we need. Our top deck's another land. There's no reason to swing here. He's just going to chump block it with this. We will go ahead and definitely create a token. No attacks. We gotta get rid of our...
Another time, Planeswalk, witness a mote of my power.
He has no maximum hand size now, so whatever he draws he can just keep. Ah, yes. We're going to see what we can get into. If we top deck a Finale here, we might stay in this game. If not, he pretty much has control of this game. We got a Seraph that actually helps us out, so let's drop her out. Still has the reach out there. We can still trigger this ability on the back end, so let's just pass the turn back. Hasn't done any real damage to us yet. But he's definitely in control of the board state, especially with the draw power that he has right now and no maximum hand size. Oh, that should do it. Let's see what he throws out here. In case you guys did not see that, you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. we get our little tokens. He can make us sacrifice one of these, or he can just -8 this next turn and kill us.
My revenge. You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
He could have finished the game right there. I think he's drawn this out to see what his deck does. Brings out the Angrath. Yeah, we're not going to sit through this one. He has this game locked up. All he has to do is -that, and then he wins. I would like to show what JoJo had to do, but sorry, not today, buddy.
Your crew for my freedom? A fair price.
So there you have it. That was the first tweak that I've made to that deck. It was weird not having the cast down. It honestly seemed to slow it down because I couldn't stop the initial creatures in both those games. And not getting the invasion on board just to have the repetitive blocker over and over again kind of hurt. So that was a tough cancel out right there. The brought back, I'm not really sold on that card. It worked for me one game, but the rest of the time that I've had it in my hand, I either don't have the mana to cast it when I need it, or it just doesn't bring back like what it needs to bring back. It'll bring back something little that's really not helpful. So I'm not really sold on this. Dawn of Hope is a very, very strong card, especially when you had the Visitation online. You guys got to see that combo. So I might increase those a little bit just because you can have multiples out on the board. The Invasion does not fit, and that was blatantly obvious. I think we just need to go ahead and chuck that. I'll still test out the theory to see if the Visitation and the Invasion do trigger off of each other. If it does, it'll work, but that's just going to be a deck you guys will probably never see unless it's truly awesome. Something tells me that combo should work. I mean, on paper, it should work. If you've tried it before, please let me know in the comments section. The Gideon really didn't seem to work either. I'd much rather have a better Angel right here. I'm really hoping that we get a good Angel 3-drop right here, or a really, really good Angel 2-drop would be just perfect for one of these decks. So we'll see what the next set brings. We're going to keep messing around with this and tweaking it. You'll definitely see this deck again. Angels are one of my favorite things to run right now. And so I know I need another Seraph, and I'm still seeing if she's really going to work out in this. She works well with the scales, but there's other stuff that she doesn't trigger with. So we're going to see what happens with that. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave it down in the comment section. I'm Sanjoku. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel. We're putting out some really good content. So come around tomorrow night. We'll be doing another video, and I will see you guys then.